So this is my very first YouTube video that I have tried to make, and I am apologising because most of my videos are the wrong way around. I didn't actually realise that you had to take it this way around and not this way around. But it is a super basic video. It's super early on, but I'm just playing about and seeing what I can do. So I hope you enjoy, or you just have a laugh at what I'm trying to do. You might also just think, this girl is funny, she doesn't know what she's doing. Yeah, I have not a clue. Anyway, here we go. So I am thinking about, I'm going to go up north tomorrow. So I am just going to pack my bag, getting all ready to head up. So my plan is to leave it about 4 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, I know, early. But we're just going to pack the bag so it's all ready for tomorrow and I can get off and have some adventure time. So my plan is to possibly make this a vlog if I can like actually work out how to do that properly. But firstly we are going to start by getting the clothing sorted, because day on the hills you want to make sure your clothing is like good. So obviously we're going to start bare leggings because it's way too cold for shorts. Absolutely not. Then we're going to have a long sleeve base layer, Lululemon, because I find the base layer is nice and warm. And then into a nice long Glasgow to Edinburgh top to go over that. Potentially under that we'll have another Gymshark layer. And then for my outer layers I have a Gorm windbreaker weather jacket. And I have another Gore-Tex windbreaker jacket. And then we will also have head warmer, bath, and gloves. Because on the hills it can change so quickly, and like there's nothing worse than being stuck on a hill and then being like, I am absolutely freezing. So they always say like you can delayer but you can't add layers if you don't have the layers to add. So we're going to go with extra layers. Some of them I'll just probably go in my bag for most of it, but you don't know what happens on a hill. So we've got all the layers just in case. And I'll also have a foil blanket in my bag just in case as well. So now coming into what is actually going to go into my bag tomorrow. We are going to have like just bog standard water with electrolytes. So I'll chuck some electrolytes in there as well. In my bladder I'm going to put in Tailwind. So that's going to have like electrolytes but also fuel in it, so it's going to have my hardness in it. And then 2 sticks in case I start cramping. My trusty always safety bag, which has like water purification tablets, blister plasters, foil blanket, the shebang. And then I'm going to try and take some actual food. So I've got some, I quite like these, they're like basically like a porridge. They're like porridge in a bar. So yeah, I find these really useful, and Trek bar as well. And then the rest of it is all just extra stuff because I get the fear that, I don't know, something's going to happen. So I'll have some Haribos. I don't like Mars bars, but I put like 2 little snack size just in case. They're always like my just in case ones. I'm going to put in a Vim bar, and I've got a few goo gels. I don't know how you say goo espresso. They are pretty clunky though, so you've got to down some more with those bad boys. So that'll be what is going in my bag. I also will then have my phone charger, like an extra charger for my phone, along with the cable. I have often taken the charger and forgot the cable, so the cable is ready. I'll have some tissues, I'll have some gum, because I quite like some chewing gum sometimes during long runs. And then hopefully that'll be enough. In the car I'll take like my coffee, more water, because I am planning on doing, there's 4 minerals tomorrow that I'm planning on doing that are, I think it comes out at 30k, 32k overall, but there is over 2,000 meters of elevation. So I'm also taking my hiking poles, which I can't use, but I'm going to practice tomorrow and see if I can use them. So yeah, that is my brief summary of what is going to happen tomorrow, and come along for me with the ride. It was a 4 a.m. wake up call, and obviously first things first, I make my bed because can't start a day without a made bed. And then it was essential we get some coffee in me because even for me a 4 a.m. alarm is rather early. So coffee, got dressed pretty quick, was trying to just get up and out as soon as we could. I made some tailwind to put in my bag, which I hadn't made the night before. Top tip with tailwind, if you buy the bag, if you make it in a cup and then you get a little like filter, then you can just pour it into your bottles without any faff, as you can see me doing here. It is so much easier than trying to scoop the powder into the bottles and all that jazz. So I was just making them up before I left. 4:30, I'm just about to finish my coffee and leave. Yeah, I suppose this is also the reality of like big training days and what is gonna be building up, because today is exactly 7 months till I hopefully start my big project. But yeah, this will be the reality of it, is on the days I have off work or can carve out time, is getting up super early, driving, training, and then yeah, so it could be an adventure day, but it's also seen as like, what's training? Like part of the plan, part of the programme. We're going to test the legs on the hills, see how they are after Glasgow to Edinburgh, and I may have booked another ultra. So this is like a pre-ultra test run and then a speedy taper, I think, maybe-ish, because it's in 2 weeks. The drive up was really chill. I listened to my audiobook and there was like no traffic on the road. I got there and it was so peaceful and so still. I was the only person in the car park apart from a few cars off work. We made it. I haven't been here since I was like 16, I don't think, so I'm so chuffed with myself that I got up. It is 7:30 and just gonna get my shoes on and get ready to go running. I'm excited. Look at that. Look at that view. I think the weather is going to be good and it's going to be a good day. However, I'm having a total dilemma on how much clothes to wear because it's not that cold, but I also know I'm climbing a hell of a lot. But right now actually it's really not that cold, so I'm going to end up taking way too many layers, but I'd rather have the layers and then can de-layer than not have the layers and be fucking freezing. There's that shoe change. I'm going to La Sportivas because I think it'll be truly enough that I can use them. All ready to go. I still think I'm going to be too warm, but I need to put more layers on in my bag just because it makes me too cold. Looking absolute height of fashion here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to today, I think. I don't know about these headphones though, if they're going to stay outside my ear warmers because my ears are going to be too cold to not. I've got wire ones in my bag though, but yeah, like there it is. Trusty lock. Oh, another van. I'm like the only person here, so. First off was a little stop at the UK's highest phone box. I used to be obsessed with these phone boxes as a kid, and there is a photo of me about 14 years old with this. I really quickly got in my hiking poles because it was super steep and I wanted to practice with them for my next race. So that was a little clip of me trying to navigate the poles, which I'm still very undecided on what I'm actually doing with them. This is approaching the top of the Cairngorm, the first Monroe, and you're going to get a little bit of my inner dialogue coming out here. I think I'm at Monroe number 1, but it also looks like a seat, so I'm not sure. Like maybe this is not quite, oh it's a weather station, maybe not. I thought it was a chair, but my sat nav says I'm here, so it also says that I'm at the top, but that's a bit disappointing if this is the top, but I think it is. So there was also a cairn back there that might have been. So I think we're at the top of Cairngorm, 1,244 feet, and now we're going to go to the next peak, which is, I don't know, it's a while away. We've only done 3.6k
in 52 minutes. But we have done 620 metres of climbing, so that's pretty good. Then this was at the top of something else. I don't really know what this was. It was an incline, maybe a Munro top. It might have had a name. I thought it might have had a name, but anyway. And then, yeah, see, this is why you shouldn't film and run at the same time on rocky courses, because that was almost at KO right there. But we got some running in between these bits. I had a really nice time, and this was the top of Ben Modi. I don't know how to say it because my brain doesn't really compute with that, but we were at the top. That was the peak. And then the descent was horrendous. So this is what I was descending into, was what I worked out was Laugru, but it was just a horrendous descent. So pretty, but this is not fun. I've been clambering down this mountain for like over an hour. I think I've accomplished a mile and a half, but it's been downhill. It's been like rocks. Maybe the Munro life is not for me. I thought it was like, oh, I'm actually going to now reroute my route because I just can't deal with any more scrambling. I just want to run. I can't run down this. This is ridiculous. So I'm going to reroute and run along, I think, the river here and stuff. So from there I did reroute and I ended up in Laugru. I was telling it was a river. I think on my little map I'd worked out it was maybe the River Dee. Anyway, I realised I was in the Laugru, which has been something that I've always wanted to do as a kid. Obviously it'd be great to do the full thing at some point. I was trying to run. It was not always runnable, but I saw this beautiful little puddle of water anyway that was shaped like a love heart, so that was super cute. And then yeah, a lot of it was just scrambling through rocks essentially. But I did end up going through the Shalman Gap, which I go on to talk about later on. But that was like a full circle moment coming back to scrambling through that. I finally got into a running flow after the Shalman Gap, where I didn't have that long to the finish, but it was so good to actually get on trails that weren't covered in rocks and be able to run a bit freely, test my legs fully before the ultra. And I've done this path as a kid, so it made it a little bit extra special to actually be able to run it. It was super cool to just kind of reflect on how far I have come. Nearly finished my day, just final bit of incline to get me back up to the car park. Currently, what time are we sitting at? I think we're at 7 hours and not very much distance. What are we on? 6 hours 45. So plenty of time on feet, but yeah, it's actually got me feeling a bit emotional because like just come here as a kid obviously, and then if I just flip this, that is, you can't see that probably because that is the reindeer pen that I used to be obsessed with as a kid. Yeah, it's all kind of got me thinking, like the last time I was here, I worked out, I must have been like 19 maybe with my mum and dad. So yeah, pretty much 10 years ago. And I would say this is the place where I made so many core memories. Like, I ended up running bits that I've done with my mum and dad today. And just thinking, like, I think I've done alright. Especially when I think back to the last time I would be up here. I really still was not very well. I didn't understand a lot. And I think the fact that Aviemore, or the space, just being in the hills is my safe space. And finding a massive understanding of that has really helped. Because if you'd asked me as a kid where do I want to go on holiday, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't abroad it would be up here. Like, this is just where I wanted to be. Oh no, I thought I'd run out of path and I was like, oh shit, run out of path. But there's more path, we're all good. That's been a very commonly used word today. That fuck. But yeah, just knowing that there's so many explanations and so many reasons, and like it's full circle now. Like I'm back here. I'm back with what my mum and dad used to do with me as a kid. I'm back doing, like, I remember the first time, well I think the only time my dad ever took us on the Shalman Gap, just through it, and I've been like, but also being, there's so many flies, but being so proud of myself for like climbing hills, and I was so proud, be so like, I did it, and that would mean so much more to me than a lot of small things. I'm also never excelled at anything, my arm's getting tired, excelled at anything like growing up or that. Like now I'm finding that I was building a base and I was just finding my way, and I'm still finding my way, and I will always be finding my way, but I have more of a vision than I have done in probably the last, I think, ever, which is pretty cool to think that. And dare I say it, I maybe have a little bit of hope. I've always held on to hope, but I feel like there's a bigger purpose to me now. I'm not the centre of, all of a sudden we're all the centre of our worlds, but I don't feel like I'm the centre of my world anymore. I feel like I have, I don't know, having conversations with people on a day-to-day and stuff, like I keep trying to question people's like perspectives. Yesterday I was having a discussion with one of my friends kind of about asking for stuff, and I said I need to start asking for sponsorship for my project, etc, etc, and I was like, I just feel so uncomfortable with it. And he was like, oh, it's a British thing, and I was like, actually I think it's a female thing. It is a British thing, but it's also, I think, a very female, feminine thing of being scared to ask for stuff, whereas maybe more masculine energy is just like, well, that's what's happened. Where I'm like, oh my god, I can't possibly ask somebody for something, because that would mean, I don't know, would that mean I think I'm worth something? Who knows? But I am going to ask people for stuff, and doing today has really made me think, like, this is just me. Unfiltered thoughts, ramblings, and this is, and now I am, so running all that wasn't scary, and I'm going to ask for coffee in a place I don't know. That's scary number one. Scary number two, now I have to drive home. Stress, because traffic, timings, scary, everything's just scary. I have to sit in the car for 2.5 hours, potentially way longer. Actually, I'm not even going to think about all the stuff that I'm now stressed about, because I'm going to treasure the last 100, 200 metres of this walk. And this is my cool down, by the way. I have run quite a lot of it. And just try my very best to not get anxious over the tiny little mundane day-to-day things. If I can go and run for 7 hours in the hills myself, changing my route as I go, and not really being stressed about it at all.